Right, today's trail cleanup starts here. A few years ago I had to clear the tree off of here, and I left it in here. It looks like somebody's cut it up for firewood because it was laying here. Yes, I cleared this one off a trail a few years back. Looks like that's now gone. Oh well. Right, so my trail starts here. There's a bit of willow up here, so I'm going to clear this out, and I'll do some more when I get a bit further up. Right, project site. So I just waded across there in my boots. It's actually 3/4 of the way up my welly boots, and it's really low water, so I'm going to need to come up reasonably high. I don't want to come up too high. I'm going to have to go from that side, I think. So clear out some of that scrubbing across there, and then I can take a measurement across there and see how big it is. I did find, just down the trail here, a reasonably good size deadfall tree. But let me clear this crap out of here, and then I can see what lengths I need and go from there. Right, let's get that done, see what I need. Well, I found my first donor tree. Bit of a heavy cut. Piece in here, I've just cut a 11-foot length out of this deadfall across here. There's another one next to it, but I need to find something similar size, so I'll just pull this one up to the creek. And this way a rope really works. Right, so if I tried to carry that log, it's not a million years, but you look how easy I can move that. Just with one hand I can move that. So I'll put this camera away, drag it back up there to the creek, and start my bridge. Ta-da! Ta-da! Job done. Well, in true Dave fashion, I had just said to myself, I'm building this bridge, but I don't know when anybody will use it. And I kid you not, a group of 5 people all heading off up Boundary just came through, so they've just tried my bridge for the first time. But I don't have a pole in my hand because I'm videoing this. This one's it's only 11 feet. It'll sink into the ground on this end because the ground's a little spongy, so I'm not going to put a seat on this end. I'll just put some rock under this end. This one's only 11 feet long. I have put a beam on the other end and put some rock under there. Now, one thing, when you build bridges like this, they do settle into the ground. So I have tied it there, I've centre tied it, and on the other end. But this is a good solid log actually. And ironically, it was just up the trail here, across the trail, and I'd have had to move it anyway. And I managed to cut 2 11-foot lengths out of it. And there ain't much left of the tree, I can tell you. But, I cut 2 11-foot lengths out of it to clear it out of there. And hey presto, one bridge. The Golden Gate, it is not. But in the bottom there, the guy, there was another YouTuber I saw the other week, and he came across and he stood on that big rock in the middle, and everybody does. But those rocks in the bottom of there are slippery as hell. Really, really slippery. So there, one bridge, there you go. Right, I shall head on up the trail. There's a whole bunch of scrub and crap up here I need to clear out. There was a couple more small deadfalls I'm going to clear off of here, and then I shall go and start cutting some willow. Oh, I didn't get too far up the trail before I found another tree. Yeah. So if I hadn't been able to build a bridge at the last one, this one would have made a, look at that, that would have made a good bridge. I don't fancy dragging an 11-foot length for that down there on my own, that's for sure. That's a big tree. Yeah, that'd be off down there somewhere. Cool. No, I don't think I'm strong enough to move that. Yeah. Oh well, that one's done. Off the trail, out the way. Yeah. Right. On I go. On to find the next one. Well, that's a big patch of willow. It's a bit unnerving bending over in the willow to cut stuff off in bare country, but because you're bent right over, you can't see what else is in the things. You have to keep talking to yourself. Right, so that's the track cut through there. On the way back, I'll trim out some more. But I'm just going to trim a couple of pieces off this little corner here and head up that way. Well, I can tell you now, that is some relentless bloody order. I've cleared out piles and piles of it, and there's still loads more to go. So I'm taking it easy. I'm stopping, going to have a little rest, and then I'm going to continue that way. Oh my god, there's a lot of it. I don't think anybody's done any trail maintenance up through here for a very long time. So doing a little bit, can't clear it right out, but I can certainly do a little bit. The things you find in the mountains. I saw that in somebody else's video the other week actually, and there was a big pile of bones on the ground here, but I see they've all gone. Yeah. Yes. The forest wastes nothing. Yeah. Whew. Got my work cut out on the way back. What I'm going to do on the way back is I'm just going to walk and nip and walk and nip, I think. Because I'm doing 25 feet and then having to stop, 25 feet and having to stop. There is so much. I don't think anybody's done anything on this trail for some time. So we shall continue that way. Once I get up into the forest, I know I've got to cross the creek up here in a minute. Once I get up into the forest bit, I know there's some deadfall in there, needs removing. I think I'll go up to there. I might go up to the camp up there. There's a camp up there. I might go up to there and see if I can find that again. And it's not been there for a long time. But let me see what I can find. Right, so I've just come that way. That's a small creek crossing. There's no deadfall, so you don't get a bridge on this one. Yeah, that's really shallow in there. You can walk. The rocks are very slippery, so do be careful. But that was well overgrown all the way up through here. It's good now. Yeah. Little pair of nippers. You'd be surprised how much junk you can move off trail. I've just been building little piles as I go, like this. I should be heading up into the forest here in a moment, up the side, and I believe there's some deadfall up there, so I will see what I can do with that. Right, this is where I enter the forest. That creek sounds really nice. That's a very nice creek. Now up in here, I believe I cleared out a whole bunch up in here. Oh Christ, would have been 10 years or more ago. I think some of these look familiar. Yeah, but I can see there's a few down across the trail up here, a few small ones. So I will get those out of there. I know I cleared a whole bunch of this out of here the other year, but like I say, it's probably, I say the other year, it's probably been 10 years since I've been up in it. Yeah, right, I shall continue that way and move some of this deadfall. There's some good blazes on the trees up through here. Somebody's marked the trees, so that's good. But a couple of bits in the willows there, I had to put a couple of bits of tape up because there was a few trails that were going the wrong way. But we got them back on the tread and cleared all the crap off so people can actually see the tread now. It's a very nice creek, isn't it? Nice little creek. Right, so I'm going to head up this way. Hopefully I can put my nippers away for a while because my hands are sore now. That's a lot of cutting. Right. On I go. Right, come to some deadfall. Got that pack off for a while. Yay! I got packed full of tools today, ropes and tape measures and Christ knows what, and axes. You name it, it's all in there. So I can see 3 or 4 pieces here. So let me get all those off the trail and I can continue. Ta-da! And now they were gone. It's like magic, isn't it? See, what you don't see is the 10 minutes it's just taken me to go up through there and move all this stuff off the thing. I just push the button and instantly the video is back. It's like I did it in a flash. Takes a bit longer than that. Right, on I go, find the next lot. Right, starting to get some views now. That mountain right smack in the middle there, that's Boundary. And those people that passed me today, that's where they're going. The gentleman's video that I watched the other day, YouTube guy, he went off up that way. You can keep that. That's going to be hot up there today. So I'm going to see if I can find the cabin up in here and stop and have a rest. But, yeah, not too much deadfall up in here. It's actually not too bad. I did clear this lot out, like I say, about 10 years ago. But yeah, I don't think I'm going up there. This is more my comfort zone, wandering around in here. This I can do all day. Tell you what, it's noticeably warm now. When I got out of the car, it's quite cold. But I can tell you now, it has warmed right up. Right, let me put this away because I think I see another one needs moving. Holy smokes, that's a hard tree. Yeah. Oh. I know I've said this many times and I'm going to say it again. As I get older, I'm seriously looking at one of those electric chainsaws because I could have cleared out several more off of this trail. I mean, this is just 2 at this point. One small one, one big one. Yeah, that was a fairly heavy log, that one. But it's off the trail, one less to worry about. Right, I've taken my sweatshirt off because I can tell you now, it's warm. It's very warm. Right, let's put that sweatshirt in my pack there somewhere and continue along to the next one. I've no doubt there will be a next one down there somewhere. Right, on I go. I can always tell if I haven't walked a trail for a while. There's a couple there that I know I cut out before. There's 2 more there. There's another one there. I've only moved 100 yards from the last bloody trees. Oh dear. Right, let's get those moved out of there and carry on. Done and dusted. 3 more gone. See, this is my secret. I'll come along a trail and I'll just cut bits out. I can see ones that I cut out years and years ago. I'll just cut them out. I quite often stack them like this. And the reason I do that is in the snow. If they're laying on the ground and you're trying to find a trail, it's not always easy to find. You know, you put 2 foot of snow in here, it's not always easy. This one was a weird one. It was like a double tree. It's a double tree that also split into a double there. See, it's a double down there and then it split into a double under here as well. Yeah, weird. I had to cut that one twice. That's a bugger. Oh well. It's off the trail now, that's what matters. So, right. This is how a tree moves a trail. So there's the original trail. And this is the little bit that people made just to go round it. Well, if you move them off, it's job done. Don't have to go around it then, do you? Yeah, that one there's done. Excellent. Tell you what, I've warmed up. This morning I could have done with a hat on. Not so much now. Right, so I'm going to continue up this way a little bit. I've got to get back down into the valley here in a minute, and depending on whether I can find what I'm looking for will depend on whether I turn around and head back. So let me head that way and see if I can find. Come out the forest just up that way and you come to the next creek crossing. See the way the willows are covered over on the other side. What I'm going to do is drop my pack when I get the other side. I'm going to clear that lot right back. Woo, Batman, that's a lot. Okay, that's a pack off job. Right, on I go. Right. Now, I didn't film the last bit of this trip in here. Anybody that knows where this place is needs to know where it is. This is not my camp, so I'm not going to give people directions on how to get here. But, yeah, if you know where it is, great. If you don't need to know, because this is not my camp. I don't want hundreds of people coming here and what have you. It's not my site. Fire pit's changed since I was here last. Still being used. There's a fresh cut tree over there. There's a horse corral over on this side. I'll show you around in a moment once I've had a rest. But not been in here for a while, I can tell you. Good spot though, eh? No, so I'm not going to tell people where this is. And I can tell you now, if you had normal hiking boots on, getting in here, best of luck. Yep. The people that built this camp, they come in here on horseback. But this was another reason I put Wellington boots on today. If you try to get in here with normal hikers on, oh, you're going to get soaked. You're going to get absolutely soaked. I don't care what kind of boots you got. But without woolly boots, I wouldn't have got in here dry. Yeah. Right. Let me show you around. Somebody's making a new bench too. These old wooden boxes, some of them have got dates on and they go back a very long way. Last time I came here there was a huge pile of firewood right there, and now I'm here, firewood piles over here. The stove used to be up a tree over here somewhere. See if it's still there. It's up in here somewhere. Yeah, that's a fresh cut tree, that one. There's a horse corral in here. Like I say, the people that come in here usually come by horses. Can't see the stove. Used to be an old stove here. wonder where they put the stove. Doesn't look like we've had any horses in here for a while. They did some logging out this way a while back. I wasn't sure whether this place would still be here, but it is. Looking a lot more ramshackle than it was. Another new pile of wood. That was cut last year, that one. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. No, I say, not been here for a while. There was a little gate over there. Let's see if the gate's still here. It's an outfitter's camp. That it's for the horses and stuff. Yeah, there's a gate. The gate's looking a bit rough. Wow. Yeah. That was a lot better shape last time I came, but that cordage doesn't look that old, so somebody's been up in here. That's good, somebody's looking after it. The tables are looking a bit, there's tables here, tables are looking a bit rough. Yeah, that's new cordage up there, that red. I don't remember seeing that last time I was here. Well, like I say, it's probably 10 years ago. There's a rack here. Yep. Yeah, it's a trapper's camp. The horse riders and that come out here. Yeah. Huh. What'll be? Well, I'm going to sit down on that very nice bench. Whoever made that, well done. I like that. That's very nice. Looks like they're making another one the other side. And I'm going to sit and enjoy this, and then have something to eat. And I'm going to head out of here. Nice. Very nice indeed. Yes. Excellent. Glad to see it's still here actually. I wasn't sure it would be because of all the logging and that went on up in here, but yeah. Right. I'm going to sit on this very nice bench right there and have something to eat and a drink. Right. Back in a bit. Well, I can tell you they started to warm up a bit. Mosquitoes are coming out, that's for sure. I'll take these belts up before I leave. Yeah. I've got 2 bear sprays with me today because this is a valley that I had a close encounter with a bear in, and it's funny, even though that was years ago and that bear ain't nowhere near here anymore, I shouldn't think, it still sticks in here, mate. Because a bear can move through this terrain and it's sopping wet in here. Sopping wet. This is surrounded by swamp, which is why not too many people walk through here, I shouldn't think. The trail those people took this morning would have been off up over the other side of that valley over there. But I can tell you now, I'm not going to go any further up there. Bloody mosquitoes are starting up. Where did I put my spray? I put it in there. Yeah, I don't have my good spray with me today, so I have to use this stuff instead. But, I'm running low on bends, which is a real pain. Yeah. Because I'm surrounded by swamp where I'm at. But, let me tell you, you come out here without bug spray, it's miserable, absolutely miserable. This is all swamp, all swamp. Yeah. In actual fact, if I spoke to the mosquitoes nicely, they could probably carry me back across if there's that many on. Yeah. Right. One more bit of lunch. then I can start heading back. Now on the trip back, I'm just going to attack another bit of that order. Always do a kit check, like keys, wallet, and junk. Make sure everything's good. Make sure you have everything. It's a fair trek in here, but it's nice. So this is not my camp, so I wouldn't come here and have a campfire because it's not my camp. It doesn't look like there's been a fire in there for some time. I wonder if they took the stove back with them. There used to be a stove up a tree over there. I can't see it anyway. You put them up off the ground, it stops them rotting away in the winter. Yes. Oh. Good spot, eh? Right, need to adjust all my gear. Give one last look around. No, so if you know where this place is, good, but if you don't, I'm not going to show you how to get to it, because I don't want 60 million people coming out here having fires and camping here and all that kind of stuff. It's off the beaten track, and it's well off the beaten trail. You've got to know where this place is to find it. And like I say, it's not my camp, so you have to respect it. I didn't build it, so I wouldn't have a campfire in somebody else's camp. Same as I wouldn't expect them to have a campfire in my camp. Looks like they're building another bench over there. That piece there looks suspiciously like that's going to be another bench. Yep. What a great spot, eh? Yeah. I've been up here before. See these poles in the trees over here. Been up here before. There's a big tent. It's usually set up in here where these poles are. There's a big tent set up there, and those, you've got the great big ridge poles leaning up in the trees over there. Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Nice spot. Right. I'm going to pack up and get on the way. Right. Time for me to leave. Just going to do one last look around. This is what I call a last, because it's been 10 years since I've been here before, and it's very unlikely that I'll ever come here again. This is back end of nowhere. I've got no reason to come up this way, really. Yeah, it's only because I happen to find myself in a valley that's adjacent to this one. The valley I was in was off over the other side of that one, but if you just cross over the top of the mountain down through the swamp, you can get down into here. Yeah. Like I say, I'm not going to tell people where this is. It's not my camp. So if this is the last time I'm here, and there's a good possibility it will be, thank you very much for some pleasant memories down through here. Right, on I go. One thing I can tell you, on a very hot day, is wearing welly boots really pays off. If I can stand in this water, my feet are so cool now. Yeah, that's nice up through there, eh? Right, so that was that bank that was all overgrown. And about half hour further down the trail than I was just now. Oh dear, dear. I can tell you now, heat is getting up. Yeah, that looks better over there, eh? Could hardly see that when it came. Pretty clear now. Yeah, straight across. I did put some little bits of flagging in there because there is a junction up in there, like a Y junction, and a lot of people go wrong there. The guy that did the video going up there, he actually went the wrong way. And, so I have cleared that entire corner off now and marked it. I put some tape up in there, so all you people that leave no trace people, please leave it there until the trail is established, and I will come back out this way at some stage and take the tape down once there's a good tread in there. Once everything's back to where it should be, I will come out and take it down. I don't leave tape up. I put it up so people know where the trails are, and then over time I come and take it back down again. Right, on I go. Right, so I'm back into the forest and down the trail quite a ways now. Got quite a way to go too. But I'll tell you what, not so many logs to step over. It's almost like somebody come up here and cleared them all out. Yeah. Little steppy over ones like this I don't cut. This one I cut out of here, the double one. There's no point in cutting that out, not really. Just step over that. Here's a mushroom. Yeah. Cut all these out. Some more down over this way. Getting tired now. Once that heat gets up. See, I cut all this lot by hand. I do all this by hand. Everything I've cut today is for the Silky 2000. I cut this one earlier. A lot of dead leaners in here as well. There's a couple of trees that I've looked at. There was one that I could have cut. It was a reasonable size. I could have cut it, but the only problem is it was leaning up against another one that was a great big tall wispy tree. And if you're cutting on your own, I cut out the bottom one for instance. So you take a look at those up there. You cut one of those out and it disturbs the other one, and you won't know it's coming down until it hits you. So always safety first. I like to get as many off the trail as I possibly can. However, you've also got to be realistic and not hurt yourself, because out here it ain't too many people out here. Well, I know there's 5 or 6 people out here, and they are up a mountain, big mountain, which is off up through the trees over that way. Yeah, cool, that's going to be hot up there. Yeah, but it looks like they were very well equipped, and the young lady I was talking to had been up some very energetic mountains recently. They're the Sunday hikers or something, I think they said they were called. Yeah, this one I cut it. This was a hard tree. This is a big tree. It's only about, I don't know, 7 inches I guess, but the wood in it is bloody hard. The small one on top was easy enough, but yeah, that one there was bloody hard. But I know that I could have cut every tree that I've cut today and some with electric chainsaw. So I am looking at it. I am looking at them. But who knows? I might treat myself. But it's $1,000. By the time I bought a saw and a spare battery, because I wouldn't come all the way out here without a spare battery. You need the big 12 amp. What do they call it? Red fuel 12 amp or something they call them. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently that is not a bad tool. So the top handle version of it is the one I'd be looking at, I think. Yeah. I don't need to be cutting bloody great trees all day. It's just deadfall like this off the trail. Like if I had a chainsaw, I'd just whip that through and no problem. But when you've got to cut it by hand, it's a little bit more of a pain. Right, on I go. Heading that way. Right, back to the next foot cooling station by creek. Ah, nice and cool on the feet, I can tell you. That is so good. When you've walked a long way in welly boots, your feet get hot. But it's nice to just stand in the creek, just enjoy the water. I cut all the crap back on this side because, again, this creek crossing was a little bit tricky to see. But you can see it now. Yeah, it's funny, it doesn't take much order to grow up over a creek and just make it a little bit harder to find. But now you can see it clear as a bell. Oh, my feet are so cool now. Oh, they are so good. These tree snakes here, eh? These old trees. I've just been watching the bird coming in and out of that one. Yeah. Right. When I go, that looks like that was in a forest fire many, many years ago. Yeah. Right. Heading back that way. Well, I'm back at the bridge. I've been gone about 3 hours and it hasn't fell down yet, so that's a good sign. Ironically, this is the deepest water here. If you stand in there, it's about 3/4 of the way up my Wellington boots, I guess. Yeah, that's actually the deepest water along the whole trip, that is. Yeah, right. Like I say, been there 3 hours, hasn't fell down. Right, over I go. Whew, Batman, that's hot. I'm bloody hot today. Right, well, I think I might actually call that it for the video. But, thanks for coming along. My hands are absolutely sore. Look at that, they're red sore. I must have cut 1,000 pieces of bloody alder today, all by hand. But, I need one of them battery. If I get a battery chainsaw, I might just get a battery brush cutter as well. God, I tell you now, with a brush cutter, going up through there, one of them hedge trimming brush cutter things, I could have cleared that lot out of there in no time whatsoever. Absolute doddle. Right. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.